Hey guys, welcome to another episode in the deep playthrough of Gran Turismo 7. I'm just looking at the map at the left. Really, this I think is, that's the, it's pretty cool. It's a 3D map. It actually also shows the elevation changes, I guess. I really don't recognize that corner to the right over there, but maybe that's just me. That corner to the right where the ball is going through now. No idea. Maybe I do recognize it. It just looks more sharp than I remember it from Gran Turismo 6. I thought it was more like a 70-60 degree corner, but there's also some weird visual distortion going on. Now it looks like a 90 degree corner, which I can understand, although in my recollection it's a little bit more faint. But now if you look at it, it becomes a much sharper corner. But that's visual or perception distortion, because there's also an element of height change, I think, going on there. Anyways, that's a big sidetrack. Did I already say welcome to another episode of the deep playthrough of Gran Turismo 7? I do think I did. We will be doing Mount Panorama Circuit Experience. I'm a little bit anxious about it. That's also why I'm procrastinating, talking about all kinds of stuff which is not relevant, just to delay the inevitable, because I did read that a lot of people get stuck here. It's apparently very tricky. But yeah, let's just see how it goes. One thing I said in the previous episode when we did the Kyoto Driving Park Circuit Experience, I would check whether the two variants were actually interconnected, because they at least they seemed to be from the shots that the game provides in the menu, and also from the photo modes where you can walk around. They really seem to be very close, the two variants, and I was a little bit wondering, like, okay, is it actually part of the same track with some extension to it? But I checked it out. I do think it were initially two separate tracks, just like in Willow Springs. You have really three variants that are three totally separate tracks. But there is, and that's also what confused me, there is, I think in Gran Turismo Sport in an update, they were merged. There was like an in-between transition piece of tarmac added. So there is this variant, which is not in this game, but that is actually both tracks combined, both variants combined together into one big track. But yeah, so the answer is they're semi the same track. They initially were separate, but you can also combine them into one big track. So that's the answer to that question, at least that I posed for myself. I was curious about that. But yeah, for now, no excuses anymore. We just have to go with it. Mount Panorama Circuit Experience. I read a lot of bad posts about this car. This car apparently handles pretty awfully. And let's go to the full lap, and then let's see the background images, because that really helps me get a feel for the track, the distances, the relative sharpness of corners, etc. before getting into it. And also the track map, of course. Alright, here we go. So this is the straight after the left-hander at the end of start-finish, I guess. It's like a long uphill straight. This is the downhill section at the back, where a lot of people are struggling, and me probably included. I think this is the downhill straight back to start finish, where you reach very high speeds probably. Start finish, much shorter than the other straights. Basically entering through a 90-degree corner and exiting through a 90-degree corner, that's start-finish straight. This is the straight after the 90-degree exit corner from start-finish. So the second straight, first really long straight. And this is where that straight turns into even more than a 90-degree corner. In my recollection, it is less sharp than 90 degrees, but if I look at the track map, it actually is more than 90 degrees. This is, I think, the third long straight, so back to start finish, after the hilly section. I'm not quite sure on that, but to be honest, this one I also don't really recognize. This is the hilly section, I think. The end of the hilly section. I'm not really sure. Here you see that corner that I thought was less than 90 degrees, but it is indeed a bit more than 90 degrees. And it goes uphill. Here, this really helps map it all out together. This is the start of the hilly section uphill. I didn't mean map it all out together, but connect the dots, so to say, to see it as one integral whole. This is also the uphill section where you will probably grazing the side barriers will probably mean disqualification. This is the downhill. It is that the car drove there, so indicating the direction. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known. But that's, I think, the start of the third large straight. This is the downhill section towards that third last straight. Really technical. And what I read is, and again, I'm not reading it, as mentioned in the previous episode, to just get tips and tricks. I really want to go in as blind as possible, but sometimes before going to bed, I do just like to browse Reddit a bit about GT7, and then sometimes, you do read stuff that could be considered a tip. But one of the things that, or tip, just an observation, one of the things that this is from the top hill starting downhill, I think. One of the things that was written by a commenter was that the actual ghost car really quite abuses the curbs. So you really can gain some time by really driving over curbs. So if the ghost does it, if the game itself does it, I will try that as well. I do try to play fair, and here you see the incredible elevation changes here. Here, this is pretty steep. It's almost steeper than Eau Rouge in Spa. Or it's actually not Eau Rouge that is the steep part. I think maybe it's called Blanchimont. It's the corner after Eau Rouge. Eau Rouge is the corner in Spa. That is at the end of the straight, start-finish straight. That starts the uphill section, I think. And then you have like the left corner at the top of the uphill section, and that corner is Radillon, I think it's called. It's not Eau Rouge. And you also have that Blanchimont corner. Where's that? That's the fast straight at the back. Alright, are we already hitting a loop? I was a little bit distracted. No, this one I did not see yet. This is the long straight with like a kink in it before start finish, I think. It's also nice just to see the track, all the trackside details. There's quite so much little details in this game that are really easy to overlook, but really fun to notice. Alright, this is that same kink in the last, yeah, it's not really a straight, but it's a pretty much flat out section. And check out the Mount Panorama in the grass at the top of the hill, pretty damn cool. Quite a cool track, not a lot of spectator stands, to be honest, except for start finish. And even on start finish there's hardly any stands. Alright, so this is start finish, entering from the right, so that's a left-hander, 90 degree almost. And then exiting outside of the screen, you see the curb starting at the bottom of the screen. Again, a 90 degree left-hander up onto the second straight. This is what I guess the start of the last full throttle section, so after the hilly section. Trucks and buses, it says on the barrier. And this part, no clue where this is. Quite in a populated area, Mount Panorama. Probably that's the town of Bathurst, I guess. Alright, almost done. I'm just waiting until I really recognize earlier pictures so that I know we are looping back in. So this is also the start of the uphill section, I'm pretty sure. In the uphill section, I guess you really need to make use of downforce, try to keep it full throttle. And I think downhill section you really need to trail brake. So otherwise you could spin out, I guess. This is, I have no idea which direction we will be coming from. I think we're coming from the distant and then towards the bottom of the screen. This is still the uphill section. I'm pretty sure. At least I should have looked into the distance to orientate myself. So this is also uphill section. In the distance you see that last straight section, that downhill section a bit, back towards start finish. And this is that downhill section straight towards start finish, and I think we may be looping back into, yeah, we already saw this one for sure. Let's see one more shot. I think it may actually be quite a long track. I think that Spa is 4.3 miles. Ah, this is also a nice, you see the car, a nice shot. And they're moving downhill, trying not to spin out. Alright, but Mount Panorama length. I think Spa is 4.3 miles. One moment. Length. Miles. 3.8. I think it's a bit shorter than Spa. So that's 6.1 kilometers, 3.8 miles. And let's quickly check out Spa again. I was not aware that Spa was that long. 7 kilometers, so 1 kilometer longer almost. 4.3 miles, so it's 3.8, so it's half a mile longer. Spa is. Alright, I think we more or less seen enough of this one we also already saw. There's also a hotel, what I think it is in distance. But we saw enough of the shots, so enough procrastinating. We will be driving a McLaren 650S GT3 2015, 593 performance points, 542 bhp, 1240 kilograms, mid-engined rear wheel drive. Alright, so first sector is just the 90-degree turn. Should not be that hard, unless the car really handles badly. Oh, forgot to shift. Sounds pretty cool. Alright, 75 meters. Seems to be the right braking point. And we got gold first try, so don't forget 75 meters is the right braking point. Let's do that again, just to get it ingrained. But this is deceptively easy, and everybody says that it's such a difficult track. Alright, this felt a little bit messier. Yes, it was messier. Let's just, for the fun of it, try to better my time. I have to be careful about that. This curb on the left. This is much slower. No, it's actually quicker. Alright. I need to defeat my 15.7. Of course, and I should not forget to shift. Now I am going to avoid that curb altogether. Hug it, but don't drive over it. And there we go, 15.6. Alright, so yeah, 75 meters is approximately the right braking point. And sector 2, this is one, here is where it gets really hard. So right-hander, a little bit more than 90 degrees, although I really don't remember it being that tight. By the way, in which game was this track introduced? I think in Sport. I think it's quite a recent track. Mount Panorama GT7. I'm procrastinating again. It appears in, it was already a GT6. Sport and GT7. Alright, clear. Right-hander, then left, sharp left, right, 2 consecutive right flowing corners and 1 big flowing left-hander. And then you're top of the hill and then the downhill section starts, I guess. I did not remember that very sharp left kink at the end of the downhill section. But yeah, I think this may be one of the hardest tests. I do like the look of this car and the sound. I don't even, that first sector, it handled not even that bad. So I'm not sure why people say it's such a bad car. Alright, again I'm going to brake at 75. Not 50 like I did in the previous attempt. So approximately now at the end of that little side road. Man, this car has a lot of grip. Alright, that's where I need to brake harder. Much tighter than I expected. Nope, I need to brake a little bit earlier and huck the curb tighter to the right. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ. I did went off the accelerator too abruptly, I think. I should be more, a bit more fluid. Yeah, this is not good. Felt very slow. Alright, this one we should really be trail braking into that one, I'm pretty sure. And this one as well should be much more aggressive, probably. Yeah, not more aggressive like spinning out into the wall, but really need to keep the pace there. Oh, I totally forgot the braking points. Sure whether going back to third is the way to go. This is really just a matter of practice. You really have to way too much braking over there. How many seconds? Not even that much. Quite a lot actually. 3.5 seconds. What we need. Alright, here we go. Cannot imagine I'm actually doing what people said was, oh fuck me, was such a hard test. And I was like, I'll worry about that later, that will be only a couple of weeks from now, but here I am. Still not sure what the best approach is here. Third or keeping it fourth? I do think third. But you have to really be careful on the accelerator, because with a lot of steering inputs, you can spin out in third. Alright, and here I need to brake a bit later, like so. Can keep much more speed through here, as well as through here. 46, so we need 1.8. It really didn't feel that fast. It felt quite messy, so for sure I'm leaving a lot of time on the table. I also read somewhere, I'm not sure whether it's true, but that there was an update that actually makes it a bit easier, the downhill section. So maybe it's not that hard as I'm expecting. What did I need? 1.8 or something. That didn't went too well. But let's just all consider it practice runs. Yes, that went much quicker than I did before. Over here I should have steered in earlier, but I think if I do that, then it doesn't even seem that hard. God damn it, that curb makes you spin out. Okay, go wide. I'm lifting. I don't even think you need to lift. Oh, fuck me, man. Too sharp steering in, too early. Wrong gear. Back to first gear, which is also not necessary. But let's use it again. Oh, I need to steer in earlier, but let's use it all as training. It's all about getting to know the track, circuit experiences. They call it an experience. Actually, it's just a training or practice, however you want to call it. Right, this corner I also need to turn in. Ah, fuck me. That went pretty well, almost. Alright, it's all about knowing when to steer in. Car has quite some good grip. I actually really don't mind this car that much. Ah, fuck me, there I go again. I find the car handling pretty okay, to be honest. If I brake a little bit earlier, that is. Alright, let's at least get a little bit of a good time, and then I will do the successful run probably at the start of the next episodes. Alright, I went to 6 there. It was not really needed. Oh my god. Yes, it's a little bit annoying. Alright, don't go to 6 to keep it in 5th here. Nope, I was too cautious. Right, now the tricky corner. Alright, I still need, and my mouse fell down like it does all the time recently. It fell from the wheel stand, which is vibrating. I'm really happy with the wheel stand, but apparently my mouse does fall down. Yeah, let's watch one outside replay to get a better feel of how the corners connect. We need 8/10. I think I took this corner too slow, so there's some time there for sure. This one, I think as well, did it too conservatively. This one, I wonder, I'm lifting off. Maybe you can even take this one full throttle as well. Right, pretty epic racetrack, I must say. I will be continuing probably with a lot of failed attempts. We'll be discarding them, otherwise it gets a little bit boring and tedious. But in the next episodes, I will only keep the successful run. So there you will see the successful run of Sector 2 and then also the start of Sector 3. So guys, ending this episode here, we'll continue immediately in the next one. Hope you enjoyed, hope to see you there. For the meantime, don't forget always to keep on gaming. Later.